Hey y'all, what's good, what's poppin'? So for today's video, I want to sit down and film a glass skin makeup look for y'all today. I'm in the mood to kind of sit down and beat my face, but I don't want to do anything too extreme. I still have to go out and do some stuff today, so I want to do something that's very nice and natural, something that looks really aesthetically pleasing during the daytime. We did survive Heat Wave 2019, so I feel like I can go ahead and get away with not using any powders or anything like that today, which is perfect for this look because a glass skin look, you want to have a very luminous skin, everything is glowing, and powders aren't very good for that, so I just want to go ahead and experiment with trying out a glass skin look today for y'all. Before we get into it, I just want to say if you've been to the channel before, welcome back. If this is your first time here, welcome to my channel. Thank you for being here. If you haven't already, go ahead and just click that subscribe button and as well click the bell button so you get a notification every time I upload a new video so you don't miss any of my content. And with that being said, let's get into the video. So I think a really big part of glass skin is skincare. I kind of brief y'all on what I did for my skincare before my makeup routines in general, just because I feel like skincare is important to creating a good base for your makeup, but I feel like skincare is especially pertinent to glass skin because you really want your skin to look dewy, radiant, and healthy, and that really starts at the skincare step. So I'm gonna go ahead and just give you the specific products. So after I double cleanse my face with an oil cleanser and then a nice gentle foaming cleanser, I went ahead and used this Kiehl's Ultra Facial Toner to just go ahead and tone my face. So this has squalane, apricot kernel oil, and avocado oil to moisturize the skin, and as well it has vitamin E in it. It just gives you a nice base to prep your skin for moisturization and dewiness and all of that. And then on top of that, I layered this hyaluronic acid serum from The Ordinary. So this contains 2% hyaluronic acid as well as vitamin B5. It contains 3 different molecular weights of hyaluronic acid, so it moisturizes at different levels of the skin. And because hyaluronic acid draws moisture from the environment into your skin, and because at least where I live during this time of the year it tends to be very humid, this is great for this time of year for moisturizing the skin and plumping it up and helping with that nice dewy appearance. And then I layered another serum from The Ordinary on top, and this is their Niacinamide 10% and Zinc 1% serum. So Niacinamide does wonders for the skin. It helps to fight hyperpigmentation, wrinkles, acne, inflammation, a whole bunch of things. It's a very versatile skincare product, and I love using products with niacinamide in them. And Zinc also helps to regulate sebum production. Even though a glass skin look does give a very dewy, healthy, hydrated skin look, I do want to also do what I can to help to prevent sebum overproduction. I don't want my skin to be overly greasy or oily. You know, we're going for a dewy look, not a fried chicken grease look. I don't know. Unless, of course, I always layer sunscreen on top, but you know, I'm always telling you guys to apply SPF. So currently, I'm loving this PURITO Centella Green Level Safe Sun. This is SPF 50 and has a PA rating of 4+, which is the highest level of UVA protection you can buy on the market currently. It doesn't leave a white cast, and it's kind of like an SPF and a moisturizer in one. It's really great, and it has Centella Asiatica extract, which is good for inflamed skin, helping to calm the skin, fight redness in the skin, and all that. So that was my skincare routine. That was the base for the makeup. Now I'm gonna go ahead and start applying the makeup. I want to keep the foundation and all that to a minimum, so really I want to focus on having a nice primed base so that what little foundation I do use on top just looks very nice and skin-like and beautiful. So I'm gonna go ahead and mix 2 primers. So I have 2 samples here. I'm gonna use this Hourglass Mineral Veil Primer. I've used this before, and this really helps to just create a nice smooth base and kind of provides almost like a soft ethereal glow to your skin, I feel like, as well. And then I'm also gonna try this Becca Skin Love Brighten and Blur Primer. I'm gonna mix the 2 together and see how that preps my skin. I've never tried the Becca primer, so hopefully it lives up to the Brighten and Blur claims in the name. So the Becca right off the bat kind of looks like a pink version of the Benefit Professional, but it's applying more like a moisturizer. So I can see it did brighten up my skin just a little bit. I just want to add just a little bit more kind of to the center of my face specifically to brighten that area up and to blur out those pores. And then I'm going to layer the Hourglass primer on top. So already my skin is nice and luminized, but also these primers have helped to blur out and smooth my skin and create a nice base for me to lay a foundation on top of. So for foundation, I'm gonna go with this Marc Jacobs Shameless You foundation, and this is in the shade medium Y370. I wanted to go with this because for this look I wanted to go with a light medium foundation, and I needed something that was more in line with my summer tone. So this was the only foundation I could find that really met all those requirements, so that's what I'm gonna go ahead and use on my face. So I'm just gonna take a tiny bit like that on the back of my hand and using a finger, I'm just gonna dab some all over my skin. Now for this look, a dewy skin look, you wanna avoid using something too matte. Unless you're super oily, for this look, a dewy skin look, you kind of wanna avoid using a foundation that's too matte because you don't want it to dry down. You want it to have that luminosity in it. This foundation dries down to a satiny finish. It's very skin-like, very natural. And it looks like it's a perfect match for my summer tone. At least like matching my body. It might look a little dark in my face, but it matches my body well. So I'm just gonna buff that in with this Real Techniques foundation blender brush. Make sure also, since you know I have a fresh cut, I'm gonna blend it into my hairline. We don't wanna have separation between our face and our hairline. We don't wanna look like I'm wearing a mask. So here's the foundation all buffed in. I kept the coverage pretty light, as you can see. My skin underneath is still peeking through pretty well. I can see all my freckles, and even though a lot of them are significantly subdued, I still see most of my hyperpigmentation peeking through, but we've calmed down the redness and we've evened out our skin tone, which is really all I'm looking for when I'm applying foundation for this type of look. I'm not looking for anything super high coverage or anything like that. That's what concealer is for. So I'm gonna go in with this Wet n Wild Photofocus concealer, and this is in the shade light medium beige. I really love that this concealer is super lightweight, but also super high coverage. As well, it's Wet n Wild, it's only like $4, crazy affordable. So I'm just focusing it on my blemishes, my hyperpigmentation, and a little bit on the inner corners of the nose, because that's where I tend to get red, and some of the under eye, just to neutralize the dark circles I have going on there. But I'm not gonna go crazy with the concealer because I don't want my concealer to cake up. I don't want my makeup to look cakey or anything like that. I really just wanna even out the redness and just prevent any areas that tend to get red throughout the day from getting red, because with a glass skin look, you really want to make your skin look clear and glass-like. And then I'm just going to go ahead and take an Morphe M173 brush and buff that in. And as you can see, it just blends so seamlessly into the skin. It's beautiful. Okay, so now that everything is nice and blended and even out, we look all nice and clear and fresh-faced. I just want to go ahead and pop just a little bit of color back to the face. Now for a glass skin look, I don't want to go with any heavy contour or anything like that because I want it to look natural and like the skin. I'm going to just go ahead and pop on some cream blush, again avoiding powder products because we want this to look dewy and skin-like. So I'm going to go ahead and use this Stila Convertible color, and this is in the shade Camellia, which is just a nice peachy nudie brown. Kind of gives you like a sun-kissed look. So I'm just gonna take this e.l.f. highlighting brush. I'm gonna dab the excess off on the back of my hand first, and then just stipple it on my cheeks just a little bit to add some color. I'm gonna go very gently with this. I don't want to pile on too much. I don't want it to look obvious that I'm wearing blush. I just want it to kind of give the appearance of a sun-kissed look. So I added just a hint of blush just to add some color back and give me kind of like a sun-kissed look. I look like I've caught some sun and I'm just a little red, you know what I'm saying? It's a nice, healthy, beautiful flush. I've been dabbing some off on the back of my hand. I'm just gonna grab some of what I dabbed off and just kind of apply some just down the center of my face as well, because you also tend to catch some sun in this area as well. But again, keeping it nice and subtle, just adding a hint of color, and because it's cream, it looks nice and dewy and fresh and blends in with the rest of my skin. Now I'm gonna go ahead and do my brows. So I'm gonna go ahead and take my trusty Benefit Precisely My Brow Pencil. This is in the shade 5. I want to keep it nice and natural, so really I'm just brushing my brows, so I want to lay them so I can see where I'm missing hairs, and then I'm going to go ahead and just fill in those areas. And then taking the spoolie side, I'm just going to blend that out to make everything look nice and seamless. And then once I filled in the brow to my liking, I'm just going to go ahead and set it with this Anastasia Beverly Hills Clear Brow Gel. And of course, the glass skin look wouldn't be complete without highlighters. So for highlight, I'm gonna go ahead and take this Kora Organics Clear Quartz Crystal Luminizer. So this is kind of similar to the RMS Living Luminizer. I don't know if y'all are familiar with that product, but it's just a nice, very subtle skin-like sheen sort of highlighter. I like the name that it has, Luminizer. It almost really describes what the product is. It just kind of illuminates the face. It's not really one of those crazy highlighters. It's not a powder product, it's a cream, so you don't have any like intense powdery highlights. There's no glitter, none of that. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and take that on this Real Techniques setting brush. I know this is a setting brush, but I really like the shape of this tip, and I think it's great for applying highlights. So I'm just gonna go ahead and apply that to the high points of my cheek here and kind of do like a C shape, and then kind of blend it and buff it out into the skin with that brush. And as you can see, it gives just like a very subtle but very skin-like sheen. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that to the cheekbones and as well, you know, highlight the under eye arch. I'm trying to have somewhat of a precise application with this, but because we want this to look very skin-like and natural, it's okay to be a little messy. And as well, just wanna buff some on the bridge of my nose. Oh yeah, look how that catches the light. That's so beautiful. I wanna apply some like right here, right in between the eyes, just because I feel like that almost gives you like a pinched nose effect without having to contour your nose at all. You don't wanna apply it too low because then it'll elongate your nose, but if you apply it like right in the right spot right here, just trust me, it really pinches up your nose without even having to go in with any sort of contour. And as well, I just want to go ahead and like dab just a little bit right in this area just to kind of brighten it up because we all have a natural sheen there. And the point of the glass skin look is to kind of emphasize the natural sheen we have going on without looking too oily. And I'm going to take whatever is left over on the brush and just apply it right here to my cupid's bow. And then lastly for lips, I'm not gonna apply a crazy color or anything. I want my natural color to bleed through, but I wanna give the lips a nice sheen so it matches my skin and the dewy skin look. So I'm gonna go ahead and take this Supergoop Lipscreen. This is a SPF 50 lip gloss. So it's great for daytime wear. It helps to protect your lips and make them look nice and glossy and healthy at the same time. I'm just gonna go ahead and apply that all over my lips. And now my lips are nice and protected from the sun and glossy all at the same time. So this is the completed makeup look here. You just have a nice, dewy, natural skin. Didn't go too heavy with the coverage or anything. We went ahead and used concealer to do all of that. Kept everything cream so it blended seamlessly within the skin and kept everything dewy without looking too matte. And I didn't even finish off with a setting spray. Of course you could, but a lot of setting sprays tend to mattify, so it might kill that dewy skin look that you're going for. Now, if I was gonna wear this throughout the day and I wanted to touch up throughout the day, I would use this Supergoop Defense Refresh Setting Mist. I do find that this has a slight mattifying effect, but if you're wearing makeup throughout the day and your makeup starts to get oily, it kind of just tones it down. But yeah, that's the final look here. That's all we have going on for the face. I hope y'all enjoyed this tutorial. I hope y'all enjoyed this look. If you did enjoy this video, be sure to go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. Go ahead and leave a comment below letting me know what you liked about this video, what you disliked. Let me know what kind of videos you want to see in the future, any sort of makeup looks, anything like that, any sort of tutorials. Leave a comment below letting me know what you want to see and I'll get around to filming them. And of course, like I said before, if you haven't already, just go ahead and make sure you click that subscribe button and that bell button if you haven't already, so you can be up to date on all my content and don't miss any of my videos. And with that being said, I'll be back shortly with a new video. Bye.